Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Brooklyn Beats. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Double tight. Hey, we got four down. Hey, I got 83.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strong right.
Fly spoon.
Love, they go play action now. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Love going to give this one to Jones. 20. And touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
There you go. Slide in. I got you. Watch tight end.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At their 40.
Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, and maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
On the counter, here's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Browns.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Davante Adams with his 16th touchdown of the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott. Open man is Higgins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score, beats 14. Browns 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Myles Garrett.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
52 by 52. Let's go, D.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 9.
Love looking to throw it. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Love now on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Down. 45. White. Let's pin the mirrors back. Chalk. 17. Check the backer. Hey. Set. Go.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down convert. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And taken. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Number 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Check 26, check 26. There we go, kill. Check.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Well, That's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Throwing, Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Nick Chubb. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10.
And following the interception, Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On 2nd down, Love once more. Looking deep for Adams. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Intercepted by the Browns. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Kill! 4th down.
47.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And as a result, possession switches hands. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. This is Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brought down at the 45-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Good job, good job.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Aaron Jones, as the first half is winding down. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Good shot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 44. Prescott now able to get away, powers through, going deep here for Landry. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
Let's get it.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
Final play of the half, Prescott. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
It's just me and you. 31's the mic.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available.
And Prescott, his third interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
beats 32. Browns 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Browns first down.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at about the 31. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Here we go. Bronco 80. Where'd it go?
After the penalty, it's Jones. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
48-yard line. Brings up second.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
You gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 23-yard line.
2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and it's 3rd and short.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Check. 19 Lions.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Sione Takitaki leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Robert Tonyan with touchdown number 12 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First down, Cleveland.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, I'm coming.
Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
4 down, check, 4 down.
On the counter, Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown,
Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion.
51 the mic, boy, 51. Coming.
Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And running with power here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback, 31 yards. And this offense. Continues to pour it on. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Dumps this off over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And again, it's Prescott. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air again, Prescott. And it's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First down, Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 16. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practice used for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much.
He's tackled
that time by Ronnie Harrison. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Jones. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year as his guys continue to pour it on. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult. And it's caught. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
What you doing out there, boy?
Open, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. and their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone. And that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go again to Jones. Jones breaking through the contact. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Hey, move. Claws red. 28. I'm trying to collect. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Set cut.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. You got to secure it.
They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal. Here's Love.
3rd and goal.
Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
He's going to let it fly.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
At the 42-yard line.
Flush to his right, and the ball comes out. Love lost it, and this is picked up by the Browns. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Brooklyn, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year, and they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.